First one of the new year.
You stretch a little bit?
Stretch it out. Stretch it.
Is there a stretch for your liver? Because I did a lot of exercise with that this off season. God.
There was an article in my Men's Health that I haven't read yet because I can't read it right now, but it said your most hardest working organ right now. And yeah, they weren't talking about that.
The liver?
The liver. Well, because all the food is processed, all of it, and I was just like, I don't even want to think about what. The human body is an amazing thing.
It is.
That it can process all that. So.
And I am thankful that it can process all these things.
So thankful. There was a lot to process.
It was an amazing amount of beverages. Like I said, what everyone kind of brings to the table, as it were, is always fantastic.
Right.
Like I said, just new things, and I just love experiencing that with just other people. Everyone talking about it from their different points of view.
Yep.
That's why we love sharing this with all of you when you come and watch these videos that we create, and that's why we bring things like the beer that we have for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we.
Whoa, I don't know what I was all about.
Well, you paused, so I paused. And we are AboutBeverages.com, and the beverage that we're about today is the Project Dank Experimental IPA Winter Edition.
Correct.
From, is it La or La? It's La.
It's La Cumbre.
Right?
Yeah.
La Cumbre. Either brewing or brewery, not sure actually.
I think it's brewing.
La
I believe it to be brewing.
But they are a brewery out of New Mexico, actually.
Yes. Yeah, they are.
We have had other things by them in the past. We've had their elevated IPA, which is good.
I've had the slice of Heffen, which I actually really like. It is very much a classic Hefeweizen, so it is not for everybody because it's the banana light on the clove. Like I said, so it's not too much on there, but I really liked it because I do like a good Hefeweizen every once in a while. We've had the Riot IPA. Riot IPA.
Right. Oh, that's right. I bought a couple that time. Joe's had the Malpais Stout.
Yeah.
When we were at Hermanos in 2017. I know that because I write that stuff down. So we have experience with this brewery, and do we full disclosure on this?
Sure.
Of course, we always do. We've had this beer before.
Wait, I didn't know you were going to tell him that.
Well,
that's too much.
What did you want me to fully disclose, if not that?
I guess only that. Yeah, we probably should.
I bothered to disclose.
Yes, we did. I brought this. I made this purchase at one of our favorite spots, Tap and Bottle. Was recommended to me by some guy named Scott. I don't know.
I think he says he was the owner.
Yeah, he claims to be the owner. I don't know. He always seems to be in a really good mood, so I guess he's the owner.
Yeah, he's always walking around drinking a beer while he's working.
I'd be happy then too. But yeah, I honestly, I went in there. I knew one of the things I wanted to get, and then we were chatting for a minute. And I said, recommend something. Just, I want. Yeah, I kind of put him on the spot. I was like, recommend something, and I kind of basically started to say IPA, and he's like, well, this is this beer right here. He said, this is what I'm drinking right now. It's West Coast IPA. It's just kind of a nice breakup to all the hazy IPAs that everyone's been doing, the craze that is sweeping the nation. And he barely got the words out. I said, great, I'll take it. So
he was going to suggest something else too, right?
Yeah.
We're like,
nope.
Thank you, Scott.
Nope, that's it. I can only pay for one.
I'm out the door.
So anyway, I bought a 4-pack of this. I held back one can for us, and the other 3 made it over to my brother's house for New Year's festivities. So we have had this one, and we can't have this one though right now because weirdly enough, I do not have the beer.
Was it?
Phil is still here. He has stayed with us.
Phil, Happy New Year, Phil.
Happy New Year, Phil.
Good to have you back into 2019 here. So
he's not quite as excited about this one as he was about the other beverage that we recently had. The Dimension was a little more probably to his liking. The Dimension, the Highland Park Scotch, like I said, and it was quite to our liking as well.
Very much so.
But I think this one will be okay.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he'll like it, and doing a good job as always.
Protecting our beverages, the integrity,
watching over our flock of beer by night.
And lo, the Project Dank came upon them.
And they were so excited.
Yeah, exactly. No fear. There was no afraid here. But yeah, this is their winter edition, as we mentioned. They do this
in the
summer.
Oh wait, no.
Spring.
The winter edition. Yes.
No, they do an edition for all the seasons.
Oh, okay.
Winter,
the winter
spring,
edition comes
summer,
out in summer,
fall.
All you have to do is call.
Yep, and they'll bring you a Project Dank.
Yes, they will. You've got a friend.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me.
Oh, good old Toy Story. Oh, you know what I heard the other day? One of my coworkers, since it just came up really quickly, said that if you were at Disneyland, and maybe you've heard this, and you say,
Andy's coming. Yeah.
that everybody drops to all the employees.
They
drop to the
used
ground.
so they used to do that.
Oh, okay.
Now they it's all if it's a Toy Story character.
Oh, right.
Yeah. They used to do that, but then everyone was doing it too much because everyone found out about it.
Okay.
So now I think they just kind of go like this. They cover their eye. They do something like that.
Right,
But yeah, they literally used to drop. I never saw it, but
That would have been
I
great.
read an article like that. Yeah, they would literally just all drop to the ground, which I thought was pretty funny.
That's very cool. So I was like, oh, I want to try that. I'm
But
gonna go back.
you
now.
can't.
But you can't now.
Well-
I could say it and drop to the ground.
That'd be funny if you said Andy's coming and you dropped to the ground.
Andy's going.
It's like, oh, God.
Andy.
Color wise,
Nice and
Orange
copper.
peach.
Yeah. Coppery, orangey.
it's a little darker than.
Mine looks lighter, maybe.
Might be. I pulled
Nah,
a 4
they're
glass
about-
for mine. I'm thirsty.
Yeah. They're very similar in color. So I would say you've got the good head retention going on there. But that's
Yeah, I
nice.
did pour a little. Well, I kind of finished off the pour on mine, so then it brought it up a little bit.
And we don't know what the hops are, right?
I,
that's fine. We don't have to
no,
write it.
I did look at their website, and they kind of have a general heading for Project Dank. We will have that in the link lounge on the website at AboutBeverages.com. A link to that, but it doesn't actually specifically mention which hops they use. They change them with each one. So
Okay.
I'm sure you can find that out there. It's usually pretty easy.
This is a double, though, right?
It is a double.
Okay, I don't know if we mentioned
A
that.
double dank.
Double dank. Double down on the double dank. You know, I'm glad we do this because I certainly enjoyed this the other night when we drank it, but I also like then to go back in and delve a little deeper and analyze.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time, that sometimes we're always surprised what we get when you and I actually analyze and talk about it, because we'll be like, wow, I didn't even notice that the other, because you're drinking things, you're having a lot of other food, and foods definitely influence, how everything tastes, that comes after it. It's amazing how a lot of people can, be, oh, boy, that didn't taste good. Well, what'd you have? Well, I had all this garlic and I had this and that. It's like, well, yeah, that is going to throw off your palate in some way. So
I get that, like, what we always call the onion ring, or the spicy, that not spicy, but that kind of more savory.
yeah, a little savory. Definitely the
Little-
piney is
little
in there.
pine, yeah.
Resin, and there's a little bit of fruit in there too.
Yes,
A
yeah.
little bit of. It is kind of more of like a stone fruit thing or something. Like I said, it's not quite like the normal like lemon or peach. Like it's I don't know, it's kind of
This just smelling that.
maybe
just-
nectarine or something. I think is kind of what I was thinking the other night. I kind of remember actually saying that. So
And I don't remember too much about this, but especially like when we had this the other night. But for some reason, looking at the color, it does kind of take me back a few years. It's kind of a just like this is what IPAs used to be more like.
Oh, all the
Since
time?
we-
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean that in a good way. So
yeah, no, very much so.
it's an easy drinking double.
Yeah, it is. That is just really good.
Very flavorful.
Yeah, everything we just talked about is still there. It's the savory. It's a little more piney, a little more bitter at the back than a lot of the other hazy IPAs that are kind of out there right now. Obviously, because this is that West Coast style, and I like it still a lot.
Yeah.
I like having that mix up. Like I said, I'm glad that not everybody has just
I think
either switched. Or, there's a little bit of a drowning in that other style, so I'm glad that there are people still making these, because they're at the very least, it's nice having both.
It's absolutely, and now with the brewed IPA style, you throw that in there. There's just different styles to choose from.
Yeah, it's not just an IPA. Like we actually had
Right.
someone was it last week come in the chat and like, oh, IPA snob and IPA.
Yeah.
It's like well, but there's not just one IPA anymore.
Right.
There's so much different
Right.
variety within that style. Whether it's a double or a single, or like you said, if you go more for the West Coast or the hazy, or even a New England style, which is the hazy. But I'm glad that there's so much just difference out there between all these different styles. It's not just like, oh, give me an IPA, So it's I like this a lot. This was a great suggestion. I'm enjoying my second one of these. Yeah, I would definitely get this one again. I liked it a lot. So
And price.
price, I would have to look it up to be exact. I want to say that it was it was a 4-pack, so it was around $4,
Probably, yeah.
$3.75,
$3,
$4, something like that. Yeah, I want to say it was like 14 or something for the 4-pack, 1402. It was like some weird number.
it just for some reason it strikes me.
I couldn't find the alcohol though. That's what I was sorry to interrupt. That's
No,
what
I was
that's why I was staring at the can before. I was like, where's the
thinking
alcohol?
about the price, and it's funny. It's so much beer you buy now it's a 16 ounce, where it always used to be 12.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, a lot of people have moved to the pint cans.
And then we're talking about our 10-year anniversary, and one of the things early on in our history of podcasting was trying to find a good beer in a can.
Yeah.
Now it's like try to find a good beer that's not in a can.
Yeah. Well, so many people. It
bottle.
just makes so much more sense. I mean, people
Yeah.
have moved. It's lighter. It's more eco-friendly from travel perspective. Probably less breakage, less. I mean, there's no reason not to put it in a can.
Yeah.
Keeps it fresher longer. Like there's this like really I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a downside like that someone can pick up on. Like I said, I mean because the liners in here. It's not like you taste aluminum. I always used to hear people like with soda. Oh, I don't like canned soda. I can taste the aluminum. Like really, you can taste the aluminum.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm sure there have been advances in that as well, but that could have just been. Sometimes you plant that,
Yeah.
that perspective, or plant that idea in your mind, and you can't get past it.
In your mind.
But that's quite tasty.
And an idea we would like to plant in your mind is to head to the website at AboutBeverages.com. That is where you can find not only this video, but many other videos like it of us tasting different things, trying different things, and sharing them with all of you. And if you, for some reason, have an adversity to go into a website, a brand new website like that, I know. There's another new website, but it's probably a little bigger than ours. It's YouTube. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger. They've got a lot of other
We've got a
videos
little
besides
catching up to do,
ours, so you
yeah.
can kind of have a lot of different things if you want to, you could go from music down the rabbit hole, and then you could go down a beverage hole.
Absolutely.
I think that sounds okay.
The
I don't
beverage
know.
hole.
The
Going
beverage
down
hole.
the beverage hole.
Yeah, we'll get that website right before we go off stream here. But yeah, if we'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to us there on YouTube. That is always a great thing. And if you want to know what we're having throughout the week when we are going live, whether it's us podcasting or me doing some gaming or whatever throughout the week, Twitter is the place that you can find us tweeting about a little bit of everything. And now you're going to start being on Untapped a bunch more. Because I got you the password and whatnot.
Yeah, I did
so
log on
tell
to
me, after I did all that work,
All
that
that
you
work.
untapped about something.
I haven't had anything to untap about. I have not tapped anything since, Monday night, early Tuesday morning. As we stayed late into the evening.
I see.
Playing, Cards Against Humanity.
And Werewolf.
And
Your new favorite things.
they were both funny. Both fun. It's fun to play games.
It is fun to play games and to have a beverage.
That's true.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
You should give it a shot.